Hello friends, my name is Vasim. Welcome to my channel WK in UK. So today, let us discuss the AI impact on future of jobs. It's a 5 years overview that by 2030, what will be the real impact of artificial intelligence on future of jobs? Well, the background is, as you know, I had Productiva Group. We are an executive search firm in multiple countries, and we have been doing it for the last 10 to 15 years. And I generally interact with a lot of CXOs, a lot of senior people across the world, from Japan to America. I'm based out of London, but I travel a lot. So most of the time, people ask me, especially young people and especially people who are looking for a change. Generally, they ask me, Wasim, what is the impact of artificial intelligence on our jobs? What future looks like. Of course, I do not have a magical wand or I do not have magical power wherein I can predict the future. But then I did my research. Of course, a lot of discussion with all the CXOs. Plus, I researched on World Economic Forum and they had some very strong data and very impactful data. So I'll be using that information as well here. So this is all about future of jobs and see how the outlook looks like for next 5 years. So let's start. Well, first and foremost, let me explain to you, as per the World Economic Forum, what business leaders expect artificial intelligence to do. What kind of an impact a business leader is expecting. And it's a survey, worldwide survey done by World Economic Forum. So first and foremost, they expect that AI or artificial intelligence will displace a large number of existing jobs. Of course, everybody fears it, everybody understands it, but this survey definitely kind of a put a seal on it. Yes, business leaders or businesses across the world expect artificial intelligence to displace a large number of existing jobs, and the number can be as large as 54.3%. So that's an average response if you see we received worldwide. And another very critical area, and I know it's not a, it's like it sounds like a capitalism, but actually they expect artificial intelligence to increase their profit margins across the world. Every business is expecting this as a basic outcome out of artificial intelligence. Well, by suppressing some cost and kind of enhancing profit by having greater insight into the business or whatever way you can say. But the end result is they're all expecting almost 45% of them expecting that this will increase their profit margins. And the next is very good for consumers, for you and me, that they expect that this increase accessibility of goods and services worldwide. So better products available worldwide to everybody. Well, you can think through this. There are a lot of points here, 5 or 6 points which we can talk about. And interesting subject here is, these two areas is that yes, it can also create a large number of new jobs. Almost 23.5% of executives who were interviewed for this World Economic Forum survey, they stated that yes, AI can also create a large number of jobs. This is the background I wanted to set before we speak about the future of jobs and AI impact. So, business leaders expect artificial intelligence to displace a large number of existing jobs, increase new jobs, increase profit margins significantly, increase accessibility of goods and services to the people worldwide, which is a very positive sign. And also affordability, because few things are very cost effective somewhere and very costly somewhere else. So artificial intelligence will help businesses assess these scenarios better. So availability and affordability of goods and services will be much better because of artificial intelligence. Now let's get into the future of job side. Yeah. So, what are the global employment change expected by 2030? So, as per World Economic Forum and ILO, which is the International Labour Organization, it's a global organization, they did a huge survey and they came up with this data that in the next 5 years, it means by 2030, million jobs are projected to be created worldwide. I'm talking about in all across industries, across domains, and almost 22 million jobs will be displaced. It means 170 new jobs will be created, 92 million jobs will go off. Net net 7% increase in the global employment, or you can say 78 million jobs worldwide. This is a very significant data. So net net, if you look at it, the whole outlook, overall outlook by 2030 is positive. We are definitely gonna grow bigger and better in terms of employee workforce area. Now let's talk about what are the jobs which we feel growth and where are the jobs where we feel decline. Let's talk about those two very critical points. First, let's talk about growing area. So the fastest growing jobs between 25 to 2030 are, by the net growth I'm talking about, and again, it's a surveyed employers, by World Economic Forum. The first and foremost, the very significant growth we see is in a big data specialist. All tech we are talking about here, some of the most of them are tech actually. So the net growth, if you talk about big data specialist, demands will grow as always and much higher actually. Second is the fintech engineers. The financial technology space is emerging in a different way. New technologies are taking over, new skills are coming up. The product and platform plays changing, solution mindset is coming up. Agentic AI is making its impact. So definitely, fintech engineers are always in demand and they will be in strong demand along with big data. And the third highest skill set here is AI and machine learning specialist. I mean, artificial intelligence, one way you can call it, it's nothing but a predictive analysis. And machine learning plays a major role in providing that, area. So these three things are very critical for job growth. Big data specialist, fintech engineers, AI and machine learning engineers, security management, data warehousing, and if you see surprisingly or positively, autonomous and electric vehicle specialist. As the number of such uses are growing worldwide, so this particular type of job role will be future proof and it's growing like crazy at this moment. Another interesting thing to see here is light truck and delivery services drivers. This has nothing to do with IT. So, because we are talking about global job roles by 2030, as you see it clearly, the light truck or delivery services driver. Light truck means a truck which is not huge, which carries lots of, like steel, cement, but small goods, vehicles and service drivers. They are in gonna be very strong demand. They are already in demand. You don't get them actually, and they are gonna be a significant increase in such roles. Environmental engineers, information security analysts. So there are a lot of changes happening. Renewable energy engineers. People are not talking about energy much. I mean, there is a lot of buzz, but still not enough. And I believe, and we all believe, and bigger World Economic Forum believe that this space is gonna kickstart and jumpstart now. There will be huge demand generating. So these are some of the fastest growing jobs. So if you are one of among all these job, skill sets, then definitely you should say that you are in a future proof career today. Now let's talk about decline. I know it's not a great subject, but let's talk about it. Well, fastest declining jobs in next 5 years and by 2030, again surveyed a lot of employers by World Economic Forum, and they created this data for all of us. I know first and foremost is like jobs like postal service clerks, bank tellers and related clerks, data entry clerks, cashiers and ticket clerks. So anybody who's just collecting basic data or basic transaction data, their jobs are at stake. Whether it's a postal office people or bank tellers and related and data entry, cashiers and tickets, you would have seen these days. You go to KFC, McDonald's, or any place, even if it's a small artisan coffee shop, you see everything is automated. I mean, just click what do you want, just go and collect. So where is the need of cashier? And there is no cash involved anymore thanks to fintech evolution. We don't need cash transactions anyway. So you either need a card or a UTI, UPI, those kind of a transactions are taking place. So that is replacing all this. Again, further accounting job, admin job, secretary job, resource planning, data bookkeeping clerks, all those jobs are at a stake right now. Even legal industry is going through a big transformation. There used to be lots of people entering this data, searching this data. A lot of work will be replaced by artificial intelligence. So there is definitely in this area you will see a significant change, a significant decline of resources and manpower. I mean, so these are some of the fastest declining jobs. Again, to reiterate, the top three will be a postal service. Worldwide, you will see this change. Bank tailors and related clerks will go off because everybody is going online nowadays. And data entry clerks. Data will be captured in different ways. So this is what two slides I talked about, the fastest growing and faster decline jobs in next 5 years. And again, based on World Economic Forum surveys. Now, how employers are thinking of tackling this. What is the workforce strategy in response to artificial intelligence? The very significant and important slide that what are these employers doing? What is world doing to handle artificial intelligence response? What is the workforce strategy? So first and foremost, and I think it comes as a common sense, as a natural thing, reskilling and upskilling existing workforce to better work alongside artificial intelligence. Yes, we cannot push it back again, we cannot keep it aside, we need to live along with it. So when there is a generative AI, when there is agentic AI, when there are tools available, but there is always a human in the loop. For that, we need to reskill, we need to upskill. So 77% of employers, as surveyed by World Economic Forum, feels reskilling and upskilling is the topmost priority. And when we say reskilling, skilling and upskilling, they need to exist along with the AI. Next is basically hiring new people with skills to design artificial intelligence tools and enhancements appropriate for organization specific skills. Of course, all the big names, you talk about Google, you talk about Microsoft, everybody's either already have or coming up with a strong product and platforms. But it's like a basic CRM you buy, then you need to cut short and customize it according to your needs. The same goes here. Artificial intelligence, the limits are amazing, awesome, or you can call it simply limitless, what you can do with it. But not many people know how to deliver it to the promise and how do you maintain the cost. So this becomes a very, very important thing that you hire such people who can design solutions around it, who understand how to make it work basically. So that looks like 70% or almost 69% people say that this will be the top priority and hire new people with skills to better work alongside AI. So all this is about hiring, upskilling, reskilling. These are the three major points when this is how the organizations are looking at artificial intelligence, the response to artificial intelligence for next 5 years. I think they are on a very positive note. The next I want to talk about is what is transforming workforce technologies today. So is it the only artificial intelligence? No. Actually, there are four areas which is changing the entire workforce, which is changing the entire, job space, future of jobs, whatever you may call it. The first is, of course, artificial intelligence. 86% worldwide, 86% of employers expect generative AI and agentic AI to transform their organization by 2030. The next 5 years, these technologies are very, very critical. Next area which many of us are not realizing, robotics and autonomous system. It's a very, very fast adopting technology at this moment, and it's growing consistently 7% year on year for since 2020. The last 5 years, we have already seen a lot of automation and robotics, role to play here. And this is like agriculture industry, almost many oil and gas, many industries have adopted it positively. And what is driving them is basically the cost benefit. They are expecting every year 40% of cost reduction because of adoption of robotics and automation autonomous systems. This is a second area which is impacting job force. Above is of course artificial intelligence. We talked about it. We talked about main jobs, declining jobs, growth, and all those. Third is the area again coming as the energy technology. People are not talking about it, people are not realizing it, but anybody in this sector knows. And almost 40% of employers expect an energy technology to transform. Why? Because today most of the things are done manually. Most of the things are done by very, very specialized people, which are available in very small pockets. Now, this basically we are talking about energy generation, storage, and distribution. All these three areas are going to transform, and adoption of technology is essential in this. Next is network and sensing technologies. Well, impact is definitely by regions and income levels. This is like, one place you will see a very huge billionaire, and another place you find a very small work class. The difference can be like this. Why I'm saying like this? Like in Europe, uh, you know, network adoption, or even internet access, as basic as internet access, is like 91% across the generations, across the demographies in entire Europe. Whereas if you just the same look at the neighbors, which is in Africa, it's about 38%. There is a huge scope of transformation in network technology. And why is it possible to grow? Because of the technology and availability of technology and cost effectiveness of it. Again, sensing side, a lot of things are going to change. uh, Recent advances in sensing technologies like affordable high resolution cameras and LIDRs, next generation tactile sensors. This will allow interpretation of complex environments in real time, and this will reduce the dependability on workforce. So these are the four technologies worldwide, I believe, will transform the workforce. The way we work, it will change the way we work, how we think at a workplace. Very important areas. So when we say AI, actually the job impact is not just by the AI, but these four areas which is going to transform the workplace. And that's it. I just wanted to touch upon these 4 or 5 areas today. I hope you liked the video. If you liked the video, if you have any comment, please do it. If you have any question, please feel free to ask. Visit our website if you want to know more about us, more about me. Thank you for watching us.